crosshair placement? No, I'm not gonna talk about crosshair placement, dude. What I wanted to talk about is the fact that like this Q change is annoying as hell. It is terrible. Anybody else have the same experience? The fact that you can only queue with people 3 divisions from you makes it so I can't play with anybody, dude. Like, either my friends are too high ranked for myself or too high ranked from each other or whatever. It's like the weirdest shit. And it's not particularly annoying for higher ranked players. Don't get me wrong. If you're playing in Immortal, then it's fine, whatever. That's what it's mostly geared towards, is make sure that like Immortal players aren't being matched with like plat 3s or something like that. But like for the most part, if I'm playing in Silver, why can't I queue with my Iron 3 friend, right? I feel like the ranks themselves are not that different. Like they can be compressed together. I don't think that is that big of a deal. Captain Kingslayer says don't play comp. He's correct. Just play unrated. But here's the thing. People like to feel like they're making progress when they play, right? This is what you want to feel like you're making progress. And when you don't have a rank or you don't have a way for you to climb, it doesn't feel like you're making progress. Even though you are. This is something we preach a lot on my channel. If you're playing the game, you're improving at the game, you're focusing on what you're doing. You can improve it unrated. You can improve in comp. You can improve in Spike Rush. You could. You could theoretically become a better player by playing the game and just focusing on what you're doing and like focusing on like improving your engagements and everything like that. The problem is they already have the answer to this problem. I can't queue with my friends and gain rank. I just can't, because my friends, either they can't queue with each other or they can't queue with me. Ryan's saying it in chat already. 2 different queues, homie. You have this in League already. It already exists in League. They have a flex queue, and then they have a solo duo, which is basically what this queue system is now, because you can't queue with more than 2 people because they're bound to be different ranks. If I'm playing at D1, I can't queue with somebody at Gold 3. It just can't do it. It's not allowed, you know? Obviously, like, that's where my friends were. That's where I always play with Dordan, by the way. This is the reason I'm talking about this, because my buddy Dordan, my good buddy Dordan, was hard stuck Gold 3. Just was. He's hard stuck Gold 3. You know what? And when I hit D1, I could not play with him anymore. I just couldn't. I'm not allowed to queue with him anymore. It'll happen in the course of one game. You'll be playing with your friends, and then you'll rank up, and suddenly you can't play with them. You just played with them last game, but you can't play with them now. And it's just like, dude, just take the League system, the flex queue and the solo duo, add it to Valorant. Just put it in Valorant. They're like, oh well, they don't want to separate their community and stuff. It's already separated, dude. We can't play together anyway. It's just not allowed. I just don't know, dude. I just don't know. I just feel like adding, maybe doing the 2 queues. I guess the player base is smaller than League, so it's not allowed. But I don't know, dude. It feels like the same people I played with all of last season, all of the last act, I played with the same people. And now suddenly we just can't play together. You know how many friends I've told, hey, sorry, man, we just can't play. We're playing ranked right now. And they're like, oh, you want to join? And they're like, yeah, sure. We invite them. They join the lobby. And you get that little red triangle where it's like, can't queue with these dudes. Can't queue with these dudes. It's just disappointing, dude. What? Like, I honestly, like, I don't want to be dramatic, but I see changes like this killing the game, at least for a casual audience, right? You have to keep in mind, not everybody's like the hard, sweaty, hardcore player. They're just not. A lot of people just want to play with their friends, right? And they want to play with their friends in competitive. That's what people want to do. They want to be able to gain rank and climb with their friends and feel like when they play a game or when they play for 8 hours in a day, they feel like they made at least some sort of progress, right? But when you play unrated, it doesn't feel like you're making progress. It just doesn't. You want to feel like you're making progress when you play the game. Otherwise, you're just playing the game and it feels like, okay, well, I played for 8 hours and nothing happened, right? Like, I played the game and it was an enjoyable experience, but like, whatever. It just, the players want to feel like they're making progress. I don't know. That's basically my rant. I don't have anything else to say besides that. It's just like, I don't think this change was good. I think at a higher rank, maybe you say that this change was good. Maybe for like Immortal players plus, they don't want to be queued with like Diamond players. And that's your top competitive rank. That is your top competitive rank. Obviously, these players want their game to be competitive. But anybody below Gold doesn't give a shit, dude. Maybe that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I can't say that. But like, I'm willing to bet that most players prefer Gold, would rather be able to queue with their friends than to make sure that there's not players a whole division above them. It's hard for me to believe that players actually care more about their ranked games being balanced than just playing with their friends. Like, I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. People are saying they'll increase smurfing. The problem is that like you need to have hyper specific smurfs now to play with your friends. If I want to play with Kirby, I need to have a smurf that is in bronze right now. But if I want to play with Dordan, my bronze smurf is not going to be able to play with Dordan up in gold. So I'm gonna have to have a gold Smurf now. And it's just like you would have to have like 15 different Smurfs. I don't know if this is gonna increase Smurfing. Maybe it will. It might increase like the extremities of the Smurfs, but it just doesn't feel like the right change, you know? I don't think you can stop Smurfing in a free-to-play game. I don't think you can stop it, and I don't think this issue addresses it. But it's just, it feels like a weird issue. I think you add a flex queue. You're gonna get the players who are playing in their flex queue with their friends. Just do exactly like what has been, and then you add like a solo queue where it's like a little bit more compressed. It's a little bit more competitive. That's where people focus on. But or even better, just add make your unrated MMR visible. Give me a visible unrated MMR so that when I'm playing, I actually know what rank I'm playing at. Yeah, the hair's a little weird right now, I know. Give me a visible, like, why doesn't any game do this? I know it's unrated, so I'm not supposed to care about my ranking. Why can't you just make it visible? And then when I'm playing, at least I'm making progress on something. At least I'm climbing in some sort of direction. I feel like that would honestly be an excuse as well. I guess there's like people who complain that they want a queue where they can't see their rank or something like that. I don't know. Give them the option to turn it off. Like I feel like there's a solution here that doesn't limit me from playing with my friends. I feel like there is, but I could still make progress. Every time I post a video like this, though, people are like, just play unrated, forehead. That's the issue is that when you play unrated and you don't feel like you're making progress, it's just boring. It's just not fun. Yeah, if you guys are watching this on YouTube and you actually like you agree with me, or you really don't agree with me, I know there's plenty of people, whenever I talk about these things, there's the people who are like really wronged by a Smurf one time and they feel like they're like, no, this is terrible, dude, just don't Smurf, play with your friends and unrated or something like that. The problem is that, like, it's literally what I'm saying. I want to feel like I'm making progress when I'm playing with my friends. And like I said, you can feel like you're making progress on unrated, but it's not visible. You don't have your rank increasing. That's the dopamine kick that you get. You know, when you win a game and you see like your rating go up, it's like 3 up arrows. That's the dopamine kick that you want. That's what you want when you play the game. I don't play this incredibly stressful game to not feel good after I win. When I win an unrated, I feel like, whatever. When I lose an unrated, I feel like, whatever. You know, I'm a drug addict, dude. I want the dopamine. I want it. It's got to be there. I can't be the only one that just like they want to play comp as like their casual game mode, right? It's like weird. It's a weird experience, but like when I go to play Apex, I don't play Apex, right? I don't play Apex Legends, but when I go to play Apex, I want to play comp because I want to climb. I want to feel like I'm making progress on something. When I play unrated, I don't know, it's all right, but I just prefer to load into comp and play the game and gain rating. If they have 3 different queues, how long are queues gonna be? That's the main worry here, right? It's not that they're like they don't want to add another queue. They just don't want to. Segregate the player base, right? Like if you're gonna have people who play flex, then you're gonna have people who play solo duo, then you're gonna have people who play norms. You can run that in league because it's the most popular game in the world. But like if you, I mean Fortnite beat it, I guess. But when you have a game that popular, yeah, you can do that. But in a game like Valorant, I'm really feeling like the Valorant player base isn't as big as like it may seem, right? I don't know actually. I don't know the numbers on it. But it feels like the reason to not add a queue like that would be because the player base is already kind of small and they don't want to fraction it even more.